Hello, and welcome back to the 4-Minute Strategist. Starting a new venture can be exciting, but also overwhelming. If you're an entrepreneur with a big idea, there's 3 crucial questions that you need to answer early on. Is my idea desirable? Is it feasible? And finally, is it viable? These 3 pillars, desirability, feasibility, and viability, can make or break an early stage startup. So let's dive into what each of these really mean and how you can use them to guide your startup journey. Let's start out with desirability. This is all about your customers. At its core, desirability answers the question, do people actually want this? Does your product or service solve a real-world problem for people, and will they be willing to pay for it? So let's imagine this. You're developing a product, let's say a soup bowl that keeps soup at the perfect temperature. This sounds cool, right? But here's the key. Will people connect with this idea? Will they see value? And to test that, or to test the desirability, you need to figure out if there's a real-world demand for the product. You can do this through market research, customer interviews, or even pre-selling the product even before development begins. Here's how you could test desirability for your soup bowl. You might ask people, would this help solve a common problem for you? How are you currently dealing with soup when it gets cold? Understanding that job to be done, what people would hire a product to do, will help you refine your offering to meet their needs. Next up is feasibility. Okay, so you learn that people actually want this product. This is great. But the next question is, can you actually build it? Feasibility considers whether you have the resources, materials, technology, or even knowledge to create this product or service. For a soup bowl, this means figuring out if the technology exists to actually regulate the temperature in an affordable and scalable way. Are the materials available? Can you manufacture it at a reasonable cost? You also need to consider, are there any regulations or other legal hurdles that we need to consider? To test feasibility, you'd research manufacturers, material costs, and scalability options. Maybe even try building a prototype to determine, is this technologically feasible? Finally, we come to viability. This is where you ask the really tough question, could this be built into a sustainable business? Viability focuses on the financial side. Can you make enough money to cover your costs and eventually turn a profit? In our soup bowl example, you found a manufacturer that can produce bowls for $16 each. You discover businesses would be willing to pay between $20 to $25 per bowl. But you still need to dig deeper. What will your operating expenses be? Can you scale this over time? And will you have enough profit margin to survive long term? Testing viability really means running the numbers. Will this business model be sustainable in the long run? Startups need to ask themselves if they can capture enough value to stay afloat. So before you go full throttle on your startup, make sure to hit all 3 pillars. Is the product desirable? Is it feasible? And is it viable? These questions will not only guide your initial steps, but will also set the foundation for future growth. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more insights on how to build a sustainable business from the ground up. See you next time.